Here's something that I wanted to mention that maybe some of you maybe can shed some insight on, or will have some theories about. So we all know about the tribe, and I'm not going to be any more specific than that. And some of us have very strong feelings about the tribe. Others of us, think that there are, or as far as some of us have very strong, mostly, negative feelings about the tribe just as a whole. And some of us have more nuanced feelings, which is to say, there's good and bad in everybody, just like there are good and bad of all kinds of other people besides the tribe. Here's my question about the tribe's own nation. Their own nation is the most oppressive, the most tyrannical when it comes to imposing the Baj on their own citizens. Israel is on beyond Canada. It's on beyond Australia and Austria, both of which are really bad, and it's on beyond New Zealand, which is also really bad. But Israel, they were like making it mandatory, for you to go anywhere. Like they were ahead of that curve months and months ago. They made it so that you couldn't do anything anywhere within Israel unless you got the Baj, and then pretty soon after that, it was like, well, forget about the Baj, you got to get the booster now, and if you don't get the booster, then you're just as bad as you're just a walking vector of disease. So the booster, get that booster, or else you can't go to your grocery store, you can't go to the fast food restaurant, you can't go anywhere. They were ahead of the curve in pushing this stuff on their own people, okay? Not on the Palestinians, as far as I know. As far as I know, the Palestinians are left alone to non-Baj as they choose, but maybe I'm wrong. Somebody can correct me on that. I would think that there would be much more of an uproar if they were pulling into Palestinian territory and going house to house with needles at the ready. I don't think that would go over well. But as far as when it comes to their own people, their own ethnicity, their own tribal members, they have been relentless and ruthless in pushing this stuff. Now, I'm just asking because I'm wondering, how does this square with the idea of tribal loyalty being paramount among this tribe? How does it square with that? If they're basically willing to give this I won't call it poison, that's hyperbole, although it certainly has been poisonous for some, but to give these unverified this chemical, to inject this chemical compound into people that has had no real, that's basically experimental in nature. Nobody knows what the long-term effects are going to be, but there have been plenty of cases of short-term effects that have not been good. And if this group really does control the lion's share of the world, and they are truly tribally loyal, then why are they making their own people do this? What is how do you square that? Because it seems to me, if I'll just to speak my mind for a second, that this is just another case of the elites exempting themselves, and meanwhile forcing the hoi polloi out there, who the great unwashed, who they have no real regard for, to subjecting them to, in this case, mandatorily subjecting them to something that might be very bad for them. So to the Israeli elites, to the Israeli taxi drivers, and to the Israeli bakery shop owners, and to the Israeli restaurant workers, and others who are low on the totem pole, do they matter to them at all any more than similar people matter to the elites of our country, or the elites of any country, the elites of the top, not just 1%, but the 0.01%. The Trilateral Commissionists, the Bohemian Grove attendees, and their compatriots, their fellows. Is it really any different in Israel, or am I missing something here? This is my earnest question, and I welcome your responses. Thanks for watching.